Okay, everything is up and running. Welcome everyone, I'm Dollar Free, and it's time for another Monday Mix. So, for this time I've chosen to go, it's kind of like another roguelike, but I've had this one sort of on the back burner for a little bit. I remember I had one of my very first mystery streams, and I was thinking to myself, I didn't know what I would want to play, but I've got a bunch of games that I might choose from. And I think this is one of the ones that I could have randomly chosen from, but I ended up with, pretty sure it was Little Noah? I think it was Little Noah, and then I ended up adopting that one now to a full playthrough, because I kind of enjoyed that one. I think that was it. Either way, let's see how well tactical espionage works as a roguelike. Now, as is the case with Monday Mixes, I have no clue about anything else in the game. The only thing I've done is actually change some of the visual settings, but it does look like this game is mouse and keyboard, which is nice for those who don't play on control. Otherwise, I think that's everything. I don't know too much more about what else is going on here. Anyway, let's just sort of dive right into things and see what we have on our plates. FTM interrogation room. Missing agent located. Decker. So Brian Decker. Initiating failsafe neural tap. Operator interface ready in 3, 2, 1.
Operator, we have a delicate situation here. Decker found himself some trouble on his day off. Something involving a whiskey bar and his big loud mouth. He's usually better at covering up after such indiscretions, but this time FTM security got the drop on him. They noticed his non-market augments, and now they're curious about where he got them. I'd like to leave him to sweat it out for a while, but we can't have this coming back on us. We're going to break him out. Incognito has activated his failsafe neural uplink. I'm patching you through now.
Alright, so the text has just been auto-scrolling the whole time. I haven't controlled that. Interesting choice. I would have thought in this kind of game they might have gone allowing you to choose the pace at which you're reading the text, but given that it's both audio and visual with how the information is communicated, I still would have preferred to have been able to manually control the text.
There he is. Wake him up.
Alright, status unconscious, select left click.
Decker was captured. Again. Let's make sure he can walk.
Alright, so moving around, right click, and there's Decker down in the bottom corner.
Let him catch his breath. But don't dally. They'll notice our intrusion soon.
The game moves in turns. Once you've finished making your moves, end your turn and the enemy will make theirs. Okay. So, press enter.
Get to the door.
Alright, so we click near the door. Hold on. Can I rotate the camera?
Warning.
Let me check the controls again. Controls. Can I rotate the camera? Rotate Q and E. Oh, I do not have control of the camera. Okay, I had to right click. I'm left clicking. Okay, so I can see someone there.
We don't have visibility on the hallway. You'll have to manually check for hostiles.
Which I already did.
It's unlocked. Get him out and be careful not to alert the guard.
Alright, so we open the door with F. And we can see that.
Decker's tools should be in that safe. He'll need his neural disruptor to take down these guards.
Okay, alright. So we end the turn. Alright, so the guard's going, it's another slow day.
Warning.
Okay, so I've played XCOM before. In XCOM, normally if there's an enemy nearby, you can, or something you can interact with, you can right click or left click on it, and the game will automatically show you what options you have when you approach that object or that enemy. Here, I can't. I have to move next to the object, and then it will tell me. So I get to take the neural disruptor.
Good. Now approach the guard from behind and neutralize him.
So, interestingly enough, the movement handles diagonals appropriately. So 3 to move here, and then 1 to move here would be 2, versus 2 to just move there. In this case, I'm going to go here, just to show. And then KO. Alright. Units that are knocked out will wake up several turns later. Guards will become alert and start hunting the level for your agents. Standing on a KO unit will pin them in place, postponing their recovery.
Brutal, but effective. Proceed to the next door.
Well, I'll take your money. Alright, so we got a little timer here. 3 turns to wake up. Alright, let's peek through.
Close the door to cover our tracks. If they catch us, we'll lose uplink again.
Alright, so we close the door. Okay, so it plays out normally, and if the enemy wakes up, they might approach the door.
Warning.
Alright, I thought that would have been like something I could interact with. Peek through
We're going to
here.
need power in order to hack their system. Jack that console for a quick boost.
Open the door. Close the door. And then we can hack it. Hack this console to reclaim its power. And we get 2 power from this, which is automatic.
That'll help us bypass any security devices we encounter.
Alright. Employ reconnaissance, open door peek. Peeking at open doors reveals more information. I will end my turn. Okay. There's a security camera. Interesting. I like the mechanics so far are seeming fairly straightforward. Obviously, this is the tutorial, but I'd be curious to see how this applies in the main game, which is meant to be a roguelike. Agency-assisted AI construct, Incognito. Use Incognito to access the corporate mainframe and disable their security devices.
If that camera locks on, it'll alert the whole building. We need Incognito to hack it.
Alright, access Incognito, press space. The agency has provided you with Lockpick 1.0, allowing you to hack 1 firewall for 2 power. Alright, so we can hack that. And we have no more power. So in order to exit, we press space.
Camera compromised. Its eyes are ours now. Let's keep moving. Caution is our friend, operator. Get into position beside that door and scout the next room.
All right. So we move here. Peek. All right. Distracting a guard will cause them to investigate on the enemy's turn.
That guard doesn't look like he's moving. Let's give him a reason to, shall we?
All right. And then if we open the door...
All right, he's coming. Make sure Decker is ready for him.
And we can ambush. So we got a choice. Overwatch, ambush. So Overwatch is range, ambush is melee, peeking, and sprint. +3 AP, movement makes noise, must have full AP to activate. Interesting. So if you really need to get out of dodge.
Nice work. We're almost there. Keep out of sight and we should be able to get out of there in one piece.
Well, first things first. I'm going to take your money. Close the door. All right, we go here. Peek.
Hold
Move.
up. Incognito has detected danger around the next corner.
Okay. Red. Energy spike. Red is danger. Alright, we need to hack this console. Move here. And we can peek around corners. There are a few mechanics. I'm quite enjoying this.
We should have enough power left for Incognito to bypass that hardware.
So if I press space... Huh? Oh, I actually got to hover over the item. That's right.
All right, let's keep moving. The teleporter is just up ahead. Get to it and we'll use it to return to the jet.
All right. I'm out of AP though, so I have to wait. Peek. All right. Hiding in blind spots. Cover objects create blind spots one tile behind them. So we can see here on the graph. Hello, hello. Welcome along. How you doing today? Yeah, sorry, I just spotted you. I've got a slightly different layout. The mouse wasn't exactly cooperating with this, so I had to move the screens around. Hey, if you're doing all right, that's all right to hear. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so far this is Invisible Ink. Think of it like a espionage-based spy roguelike style game. This is just the tutorial at this stage. And we've already got mechanics like knocking out guards, hacking security cameras, stealth mechanics that you're seeing here. I'm kind of curious to see where it goes, but given it is a roguelike, I'm not sure what they'll do in terms of story.
That guard is wearing armor. Be careful, the disruptor won't work on him. We'll have to use his blind spots to slip by.
Alright, so you can see here I have 1 AP. You start off with like 8 AP. And I think the movement takes up 1 HP. Peeking through doors takes 1. Other actions take 1. But I've only got 1 AP, so I don't have enough to do anything at the moment. I'm going to end my turn here. So if I open the door now... and I move here. I end my turn. So now I'm hidden from the guard. Okay. Door.
That looks like the last of the security detail. Observe his movement so there are no more surprises.
Okay.
Looks like he's patrolling. No trouble as long as we stay behind cover and out of his sight.
Alright. Interesting. So there's a couple of mechanics here involving stealth, having a look around. I'm guessing maybe using prediction would mean that you get to get an idea of where the enemy's going next turn. Otherwise, and we can teleport out. In a way, it may be similar to Helltaker, but I guess I'll see past the tutorial what happens.
We're done here. Rendezvous with International and get ready for the next mission. We've got a lot more work to do.
Yeah, there's definitely a puzzle element to this. Like a really strong puzzle element. I don't know, I just like the idea of being able to take people's money out of their pockets. It's funny. Alright. I'll go with beginner here. I'm very much just starting out. Interesting that we get a bunch of difficulties out of the gate, right? So let's just say we have a look up. Alright, so the intent is you start with beginner. And then here, if you go to experienced, you get a couple of rewinds, but if you fail, you have to start the level again. Expert only gives you one rewind, but it's the base difficulty. Interesting. That means you assume that you know the mechanics. Then you have expert mode, where it starts hiding some of the information from you. And that's endless mode, time attack. Time attack would be interesting, actually, to see. Trying to finish one of these levels in 2 minutes. Or, sorry, 2 minutes every turn. Anyway, let's go with beginner. If this is a roguelike, but it's got structured levels, that's actually kind of an interesting take. It'd be kind of nice for it.
Get to the main server, collect the data, and get out. No detours.
Copy that, Central.
Proceeding to target.
The cell shading for the characters is quite interesting. It's a pretty unique style,
Insertion
all
was
things
clean.
considered.
Alarm level holding steady.
We need to get to the 3rd floor. We can make our way to the server room from there.
But this is the
Any
mechanic.
chatter on the comms?
Negative. It's silent on all frequencies.
They should have
The
detected
mechanic
us by
is
now.
seems to be that as your turns progress, the threat level increases more and more.
Receiving priority 1 transmission.
They're onto you. Get out. Get out of there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting the base to get taken out.
HQ compromised. We're going to need an extraction. I've got Incognita. Deckard and International are on their way.
Get to the roof. I'll cover you.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool.
Decker, how long till extraction?
30 seconds.
Get us out of here.
Alrighty. That's a way to sell a story.
We've got work to do.
I have to admit, that is a strong start to the story. That's what I was really concerned about. Is like, hey, when you're playing through this, like, I'm thinking towards something like, say, Enter the Gungeon or Binding of Isaac, where when you're first playing through the game, it's sometimes just not really clear what the story is intended to be. But that cutscene is a really good way to sell the story. Interesting you can have Iron Man on Oh, Iron Man runs a fiddly. Not being able to take back anything at all. Anyway. So let's have a look. We have two agents at the moment. We have Decker and International. Decker has the ability to uncover demons in adjacent objects. So demons would be like programs, I'm guessing. So if you try to hack something, the demon will counter hack you. Neural disruptor, which both agents have. So that's the melee stun. And a modified cloaking rig. Renders the user invisible until their next turn or if they attack on an 8-turn cooldown. And has more speed. International has a wireless emitter allowing her to hack objects through walls. And reveals mainframe objects, but you can't have multiple. 1 power per turn and breaks 1 fireball per 2 power. Alright, let's just see what happens. It's 2074 and corporations rule the world with brutal efficiency. They hit you hard and now you're on the run. You need to strike back, but you'll never win by force. Keep your agents alive with stealth and cunning. Raid the Corp's facilities for tools and support and prepare your team for the final showdown. The odds are stacked against you, you will fail repeatedly. But each time you will learn more about your adversaries and every restart generates a new world of dangers and opportunities. You have a tough job ahead of you, operator. Don't let us down. So the time frame is you have 72 hours, probably by the cutscene. So that will dictate how many missions you play through before the final mission. Yeah, day 1.
Operator, are you there? Good. I was afraid you didn't make it out. Headquarters is gone. Most of our agents have been captured or killed, and our accounts all frozen. I don't know how the corporations found us, but you can bet they won't give up now that they've had a taste of blood. The Jet's stealth rig should keep us hidden if we keep moving, but Incognita can't survive long on backup power. She's got 72 hours, tops. We need to mount a counterattack before then, or we'll be defenseless against their scans. If that happens, we may as well just crash this thing into the ocean. You've never seen the inside of a corporate deprogramming chamber. I won't see the inside of another.
Alright, so she's
Incognita is
former
scanning
core.
for targets of opportunity where we can replenish our supplies. Follow her leads and gather what resources you can. I'll run through our contacts and see what favors I can call in. We're going to need all of the advantages we can find in the coming days.
Right. Alright, and we know this part. FTM Executive Terminals, Havana, 12 hours.
Executives are notoriously slack when it comes to network security, and their terminals are full of interesting information. We found a lightly guarded executive complex here. Get in, find the computer, and steal their contact list. Then we'll have our pick of future targets.
Alright. Factory to market wholesaler, so that's FTM. FTM has advanced surveillance and scanning technology. You'll need to move fast in order to avoid detection. But it's lightly guarded with civilian-level security forces and minimal InfoSec assets. So InfoSec must probably be the big corp on the run. And this is your reward. Pinpoint new corporate locations of interest. Okay, more info brings up this. This facility holds the locations of future targets of value. Each mission type provides key benefits to your agents, and while new locations will be presented to you over time, a successful infiltration here will speed up the process and give you more targets of your choosing. So it took 12 hours to get there.
Ready for transport.
Alright.
Bad news, operator. They caught us completely by surprise, so we have no firepower with us. The guards' weapons are gene-coded to their owner and useless to us. We're going to have to
Oh,
make do
gene
with what we can
coding's the
find along
fun
the way.
concept.
We
That one-
beamed you through the security grid. You should be somewhere near the target, but you'll need to look for it. Get the list and find a transport pad to escape. But be quick about it. They noticed a disturbance when we ported in, and their alarm level is already rising.
Alright, so there's this element of speed versus needing to move fast. Transfer items. So I'm currently controlling Decker. Oh, and transferring items allows me to switch items between Decker and International. So I'll move up, peek through the door. I need the password. So level 1 security pass cards can be stolen from the guards and only work in the facility where they're found. Alright, I'm gonna hack this console.
Warning.
Hold on. No, okay, so Decker's actually blocking the door. Alright, close incognita. And I'll end my turn here. So security level's gone up a little bit. Security detection. Corporation detected incognito signals when your agents teleported into the facility. Every turn, the security level increases they tracker. New security measures are added every 5 increments. So I have control over the door. I'll peek around. Hacking with incognita. All right. And then we'll get Decker. Okay. And I can press Alt to get a better view of the map. Incognita. Am I supposed to hack it with incognita? Oh, I don't have incognita. I've got international.
Warning.
All right. How much power do I have? All right, let me end my turn. Decker will move up here. Incognita knocks that out. We'll KO the guard. All right. Oh, they put a cooldown on the stun. Take your money. All right. International. Hack that for more power, which is her ability. She can hack things through walls. Alright. Alright, we're getting close to level 1. Peek through the door, crack it open. Hack the console for more power. Move up here. Close the door. And I'll end my turn.
Alarm level 1.
Okay. They've cracked Incognita's first layer of encryption. Be careful, the next alarm levels will be quite dangerous. Peek through here. I can barely see that guard. Oh, the guard's over there. Decker, how's your weapon? One more turn to cool down. I might rewind a little bit. Rewind will revert the simulation back to the start of your previous turn. Would you like to do so now? Okay, so it's winding back all the way here. Alright, so we crack open the door. Console hack the power.
Alarm level 1.
Alright. So we open the door. KO the guard. Take the money. All right. All right. What am I doing? Let's peek through this door. All right. Let's see what happens. We'll end the turn.
Oh, what happened?
Okay. Peek through. Open the door. Close the door. All right.
You found the executive terminal. Hack it, and we can get out of here.
Open the door. All right. Enter.
Investigating the area.
All right. Security levels going up.
Warning.
Hold on. How do I move the camera? Oh, I've got to use WASD moves the camera around. In the guard. All right. Access the terminal. Grab the site list.
You've got it. Great. When you activated that terminal, it sent out an automated message to change up the guard duty. Be prepared for new patrol patterns.
Warning.
All right. Okay, a guard is about to shoot your agent. Your guard agent has a chance to escape by quickly hiding behind any cover 1 square away or having another agent giving support. I might just go melee. Grab him. Take your money. I'll drag the guard that way. Put the guard down. That's the terminal there. I've got to get... Alright, level 2. Corporation is activating additional cameras. You have 1 turn before they're fully activated.
Surveillance level increased.
Alright. International. Decker, sit on the guard.
What happened?
Alright. And we'll take that. And we'll take this. Okay, cool. And we exit the level.
That
All right.
contact list will prove invaluable when planning
So
our
I'm
next
guessing if
move.
you teleport out
Excellent
early,
work.
anyone who gets left behind is just treated as like captured or KIA. Alright, so we have 780 credits. Interesting. So we can spend our credits to upgrade our agents. So Decker's level 2, and that's additional movement. Hacking adds 1 power per console jack. Strength allows carry 4 items. Anarchy allows to steal from behind. I might go strength and that. No, actually don't upgrade that. Ooh, hold on. I have 780 credits. I might actually upgrade into International's speed.
I've re-established contact with Monster. His network picked up the attack just before it hit us, and we're working to trace it back to the source. In the meantime, he's offered to sell us some of his more rarefied stock.
Greetings. I don't often perform transactions face-to-face, but Gladstone is an old friend. I'll contact you when anything becomes available.
Thank you, Monster. If we find their central server, we may be able to bring them down, or at least distract them long enough that they lose our trail. Continue scavenging operations, and I'll keep you posted as more intel develops.
Okay. So we have a choice of targets. Senkaku Military Dispatch, FTM Security Dispatch, KNO Server Farm, or Senkaku Cybernetics Lab. Let's have a look at
The
this.
corporations make a brisk trade selling augments to the public, but they keep the best gear for themselves. We can get some quality time with an augment implanter if we infiltrate here.
Alright, so find the augment grafting laboratory and hack into their machines. Rewards gain a one-time ability to either install free augments in an agent or expand their capacity for augmentation.
Server farms are used to develop new network security technologies. We may find code that we can use to improve our infiltration routines.
Alright, okay, so if I succeed in this one, I get the ability to enhance Incognito's abilities.
This security office just got a priority shipment from a nearby weapons shop. Looks like they might be testing some new gear there. Let's steal it.
Alright, and then this is to better equip the agents out or sell the items for profit. I might go for Incognito.
Server farms are used to develop new network security
Find the
technologies.
central
We may
server room
find
and hack
code
the
that we can
inventory
use to
terminal.
improve our infiltration routines.
So this is about turrets, maybe, or cameras, stuff like that. But it's level 1 security. And then that's the timer ticking down.
Corporate firewall breached.
Access server farm, find and steal corporate credits is the secondary objective. Peek through. Status trolling. Alright, and then Incognito. Can hack that. Now I'll switch her to ambush just in case. Wait, hold on. Which way is the guard facing? Guard's facing the other way. I'll keep her on ambush anyway. Alright, that's an additional camera that can be activated. Okay. Move up here. And just in case, go for an ambush. Alright, cool. That should work. The ambush should take the guard. Got it. First things first. Let's... Oh, we've got a level 1 security pass card and credit sheets. Hijack the console. Close. And we capture this. Interesting. Dagger breaks 5 firewalls for 3 power, 4 turn cooldown. KO a tagged guard for 2 turns, removes the tag, costs 8 power. I don't have anything that can tag. Alright, so I can't grab anything because I don't have any credits.
Warning.
Peek through. I don't need that door. Alright. That's the teleporter. Alright. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Alright. So I could get an upgrade, or I can get some items. Collects credits instead of power. Huh. I don't think this was a good mission. I think I needed cash.
Warning.
It's really awkward because it's kind of like I need cash in order to obtain items. All right. Okay.
Alarm level 1.
All right, I've cracked the first layer of it. All right, I think I'm seeing what I would have needed to have done. I would have needed... Okay. All right, I think I know where I'm going with this. All right. Open the door. Peek. This is Incognita. KO the guard. And grab the cash. Yeah, I think I need to get into the habit of like just moving people around generally. This is how I get all the money. Alright, move here. Close the door.
You found the terminal. Time to get hacking.
Oh no, it's her. Keep your wits about you.
Alright. How many turns do you have for your weapon? You do have some turns. Melee. Alright. And turn.
Alarm level 2.
Alright. Additional turn.
Activated. Surveillance level increased.
Crack that one. Crack that. Ambush ready here. Alright. Steal your valuables. Grab the other pass. Access. And here we go. Access to Ware's Grand Bazaar. And now I've got cash. Alright. Infect target to break one firewall at the start of each turn. Cost 1 cost per hosted parasite. Allows me to break 2 firewalls for 3 power. So it's a little bit more power efficient. Breaks 1 fireball for 3 power, but with a 10% chance of demon reversal. Rogue reveals under saves. Gain 6 power that turn, but lose 1 power while per turn on cooldown. So it's basically just a power dump up front in order to crack things. Interesting call. Like, I'm half tempted to go with, say... Well, Parasite's a continual drain. And we'll sell Lockpick 1.0. And what can I buy? Sniffer, Overload. Ah, okay. Overdrive's not good unless I've got powers. I don't have the credits. I might keep that there.
New demons incoming.
New daemons came online the second the connection dropped. I knew we couldn't trust that damn cat.
On SecNet, nobody knows you're a cat.
Alright, what are demons?
Warning.
What are demons? Alright. Close the door. Demons are defensive AI programs that will protect mainframe devices. They will trigger when you hack the device. Different demons have different effects, but all of them will hurt. Be careful, operator. Thankfully, I don't need to. And turn.
Looking around.
And here we go.
Investigating the area.
And you move here, close the door. Maybe I might buy something from here. Collect credits from powers. I'll collect credits from consoles. I can probably buy that. I think I've got enough power, then I can just grab credits instead. Alright, getting close to level 3. Alright.
Investigating the area.
Alarm level 3.
All firewalls have increased by strength by +1. That's fine. Alright, they're both on ambush, and this should hopefully... Actually... Yeah, you're on ambush. And I'll have to end the turn there. What is going on up around the corner? Alright, cool. Hack that. Corporation is installing Modulate Demon +2 power to programs for 5 turns. That's fine, I don't need it. I'm getting out of here. And let's go. Exit the level. Interesting. I think
Nature has incorporated the new routines. She's already more useful to us.
beat a level without getting spotted by a guard or camera. Hacked a lot of cameras, gained a bunch of power, net worth 6460.
I'm taking a big risk selling to you right now, so don't make me regret it.
Use this to manually break through. I can't. I've only got 40 credits. Alright, I can't do anything here. Mission select.
Analysis inconclusive. Please supply additional information and retry.
Damn it. We're running blind out here. I spent years building up our central network. We'd know exactly where to strike if we had that kind of access.
Power reserves critical. Entering standby mode.
Carry on, operator. We'll figure something out.
Okay. 9 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours.
This security office just got a priority shipment from a nearby weapons shop. The corporations make a brisk
And that's that one. We'll go for
This
equipment.
security office just got a priority shipment from
Hey,
a
Timmy.
nearby
Hey,
weapons shop.
welcome. How you doing
Looks like
today?
they might be testing some
Sorry,
new gear
I'm
there.
juggling
Let's
chat
steal
a
it.
little bit differently this time, so if I miss chat a little bit, I do apologize. How you doing today? The joys of why things don't ever want to display properly. Yeah, so this is invisible ink. Think of it, well, now that I've got a better idea of what it's like. It's kind of like XCOM. You've been getting up to Castlevania fan games for the laptop. Yeah, I've been doing all right. First day of the week, I can't complain too much. So, I don't know if you've ever seen XCOM games. They're this like top-down isometric. Each mission's its own separate thing, but then you have your overarching time frame where you've got to build up towards achieving a specific goal in a certain time frame. This is that sort of roguelike game where the missions are partly randomly generated, but it's all spies. Hacking, knocking out guards, stealing stuff, so on and so forth. Castlevania fan games, though. Castlevania fan games. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that genre. I wouldn't have thought there'd be too many of them out there, given the complexity of sometimes building a Castlevania game. I know there's plenty of games that inspire from Castlevania, but they don't use the Castlevania IP. And I'm not talking about things like Bloodstained. Like, there are plenty of others out there, but like Castlevania fan games. Tell me more. Alright, in the meanwhile, I'm going to try and steal some equipment.
B-log acquired. Ready for transport.
Alright. So I've got to learn to play these missions a bit more aggressively. Locate the guard office. Get out alive and steal money. How much power do I have? I've got 10. I'll take it. And I'll take that one. Gives me 15 power. Okay, so you got Lecard Chronicles 2, Seal of the Curse, Castlevanias. A+ fan games. All right. So are they deriving from like a specific... So when they're fan games, I'm going to guess some of them will be using like Castlevania sprites from like the older games. Like, oh, what's the common one? Symphony of the Night and stuff like that. What is that? Linked to the captures the device in the mainframe. It's power supply. Okay. Yeah, so like how many of those games would be using stuff from like the really older games versus the newer games? Alright, open the door. Move up here. Crack that for the cash. And crack that one. Alright, Lacard Chronicles 2 has original sprites, original graphics, sound. Yeah, no, fair enough. That's the sort of thing where I can understand like getting behind it, is if they're doing their own sprites as well. Even if there's some sprites where it's like they're using existing assets. For example, let's just say you don't want to make a new skeleton sprite. You just grab it. Or a new zombie sprite, or whatever it is. But when they also put in the work to make new sprites, that's when... gotta give credit when it works out. Let's move up here. Peek through the doorway. And I'm gonna wait here. Seal of the Curse and Simon's Quest Rebidden are all remakes of Simon's Quest. Oh, there's something in there. Set the ambush meter on. So when you say remakes, are they like mods? So I know that's another thing, right? You download like a mod for a game. So like Simon's Quest. Hold on, sorry, I've just got an email. I just need to have a quick look at what's going on here. Hold on. What's happened here? Okay. Alright, sorry. Just had to check all that. Yeah, so I guess I'm just sealed. It's like dark, Silent Hill, full-on horror game. Open the door. Don't need anything that way. What's going on here? What is this? Oh, that's why. There's a camera up here. Crack that. Alright, enter it. Simon's Quest Rebidden is the original NES Simon's Quest, but with better level designs and more areas. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I mean, Simon's Quest has a little bit of a reputation. Like, let's be honest. Alright, let's pick a door. Up to this one. Peek through. Ooh. Stand here. So this is a fun thing, right? I can stand here. Open the door. That attracts the guard. And then I'm going to ambush ready. So the moment the guard walks through, they're going to get absolutely, like, taken out. I remember when I was playing Dark Souls and you were talking about Simon's Quest. Like, you like the concept of Simon's Quest, and it's fair enough. It's that sort of city to city traveling. Hold on. Hack that to reclaim some power. Oh, there's something in here. There's probably a teleporter. All right, I'm going to make a note of that. All right. I'll hack that for the power. I mean, that's always the case. It's like the start of the game turns out really well. Like where they've got a clear idea, but then the end of the game's super rushed. I mean, we can talk about it with Dark Souls and Lost Izalith. What's with the floor here? Hold on, what's... Oh, there's a guard right there. I observe your movements. Oh, you're stationary. Do I have enough power? I think I do. Hold on. Another fun thing I might do is... collect credits from consoles instead of power. Okay, so if I want power, I can hack it remotely. I mean, it could also be hardware limitations. Like the NES cartridge is... It doesn't have a lot of storage. It was a fair bit for the time, but it is not the most agile of things. All right. Alarm level 1 is up. All right. Gonna have to move up here and I need to check these doorways. I need to try and find the guard office. Open the door.
Did you see that?
Move here. Better ambush just in case. All right. I don't like this. End turn. All right. Grab that guy. Steal your money. Move here. Grab the cash. And what is in there? I'll peek. There's a camera. And I'm going to go hack, hack, hack. Ah, probably might have needed the power. Open the door. Oh, I need power for that. Hold on. I'm going to rewind the turn. Yeah, I'm thinking... I wouldn't be surprised if it's like... if you needed the... What's the word I'm going to look for?
Hey, did you see that?
Ambush. Remote hack that. Enter. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some like really good, I guess emulator. No, it's not emulator. Like some really good mods for ROMs of specific games. So like, I would imagine Symphony of the Night being one of the classics probably. Just going... open the door. Open up the nano fabricator. Get a neural disruptor. Scan chip. Initially, a search reveals hidden demons and installs on the device. Charge pack reduces cooldown, one use only. So yeah, that might be another fun option to explore, is exploring mods for ROMs of those particular games, for Castlevania ones. One you're making is just going to use it better. Like 4 hours, last 4 hours at Drax Castle. Interesting ratio. Again, I'm not going to say against it because, again, it's like the Simon's Quest style or Order of Ecclesia style that I'm definitely more aware of, where a lot of the game is not just set in Dracula's castle. I guess it depends on how long you want your game to be, because remember, there's going to be a difference between, say, standard ending, true ending, for example, if you wanted to do that, or bad ending, if you wanted to do that. But then just thinking about your overall runtime. But again, the mapping out and the concept is fine, but you've also got a lot of work on your plate involving demoing. Reveals hidden demons and its type on mainframe device. 3 endings. Yeah, makes sense. I should probably take more advantage of this. Alright. Decker's over encumbered. Oh, the guard's probably going to get up next turn. Hold on. What do I have? Okay. Peek around the corner. Camera. That. Safe. I think I made a mistake here on this one. On this playthrough. Again, this is only a first time round. Power management is rough. Alright. Yeah, the main counts and then you're done and it's like, oh, where is my other agent? Oh, let's just knock this guy out. And I'll pop him down there. Insert. Incognita's got some power. Stop resurrectors. Okay. So the intent you're thinking is that these people are, that your players are going to Hold on, hold on. That's the guard office? That can't be right. I've got a map on this area. Take the money, take the med gel. Yeah, I guess it'll be a question that you'll have to think about for like exploration, right? You're going, like, how far exactly are you thinking of having people travel through old areas versus traveling through new areas?
Alarm level 2.
All right.
Additional cameras activated. Surveillance level increased.
Down the guard. All right, I need to get this character all the way out to the exit. This is probably the one thing I'd say with XCOM style roguelikes is they often have this element of running around where some characters will be doing nothing and then other characters will be doing all the hard work. Okay. We're gonna probably be one of those things you'll have to think about is how long do you make the original, let's just say Vermonto. How long is, and you'll think about this, how long is Vermonto versus how long is the new area in Vermonto? Maybe one of them is like tutorial equivalent area and then the other is super short, or it's like the main area first time around is like the long one and then the new area is kind of just like bonus area where it's a little bit shorter. There'll be stuff that you'll have to think about in there. In my turn.
What was that? Investigating.
Oh,
Area.
oh no, that's not great at all. I think she's stuffed. I think she's actually stuck. Do I have a key card? Oh no, she's actually a goner.
Damn it, they got away.
Oh, I wish I could do something here. 20 minutes and then the towers will be 15. Yeah, I don't think she's making it out. Echo's probably going to have to bail. she'll get caught. I mean, I'll see what happens.
Hey, intruder! Stop! Target
We've
down.
lost contact with an agent. Move in our other assets
Nope.
to recover.
Yep, leave him behind.
You were supposed to find high-tech gear in that facility. Don't disappoint me again.
Yeah, okay. I think I've got an idea for this game. It's kind of XCOM-like. And I spent so long trying to find areas to go around.
Holding this thing for a client. Real motivated seller. You won't beat this price. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this.
I think we're getting somewhere. Monster will explain.
You guys are good at covering your tracks. You've been hitting the corpse for years, but they've never been able to follow you home. I guess they were too distracted fighting each other to bother. Or maybe you were considered a useful pawn. Enemy of my enemy and all that.
What we do well.
Well, you must have finally done something to get their undivided attention. They were able to pinpoint your HQ by linking their surveillance
Okay,
nets.
okay, just seeing what...
That's unprecedented.
Vermonto's
Not for
the
usual
area you probably
bullshit
put the most thought
political
into,
reasons,
not
but
gonna
because of
lie.
the sheer computational
That's fair
power
enough.
required.
You get a really strong idea for one area,
Powerful network
but then you've got to think about everything else that you're
One
doing.
that could host incognita.
Right. If you put your AI on that network, it would have an incredible degree of access.
Enough to wipe their security records and put Invisible back underground.
More like enough to force them underground, and who knows what else. As I said, it would be incredible. But that's jumping ahead. We have to find it first. They're still looking for you, but they're not hiding the fact anymore. Each time you do an infiltration, the global SecNet lights up like a Christmas tree. Do that enough times, and we should be able to cross-reference the traffic and find the location of the root node.
And then we can strike back. Well then, it's time for us to poke the bear.
Yeah, okay. So that's why you've also been thinking about Anno Londo then. Alright. I think I've got a pretty good idea about this game. So what I might do is I might actually call things there. It's been a couple of missions, a couple of early successes, one fail. I feel like I'll save and exit. And I'll just move back here. I think in terms of gameplay, the fact that the fact that Invisible Ink is very much like XCOM, with one slight problem, and maybe it's just me. If you get the game out, yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind testing it out. I'm always down for anything. I think Invisible Ink has a really strong basis, but the one thing that I would say against it is the fact that you only start with 2 characters. Makes it really, really hard. For example, in that last mission where I have one character in a point where they can't really do anything. They're kind of just stuck out in nowhere. And then the other character gets pinned down and I have no way of getting that character out. So I failed the mission. I don't know if it was just run-of-the-mill bad luck that I only ended up with 2 agents at that stage, or maybe that's somewhat intentional. Maybe it was just the layout was playing against me, and I think maybe there was a mistake made with the power allocation and something else like that. But I'm sure this is one of those things where if you play through the game and you understand how the early levels work, then you might get a better sense of it. I think this is a game as a roguelike where you would want to sit a bit more time down into it to learn the mechanics and sort of understand what you could and theoretically couldn't get away. Theoretically could, but probably couldn't get away with. Is this idea for Castlevania original? I think the funny thing is, and I'm probably sure you've thought about this, is if Vermonto is like the main area you've thought about, and it's similar to Anor Londo in like what it does and how it spreads out as a hub, and then other areas bounce around from that. So there's a little bit of planning that you're doing on your end for how certain areas connect to each other. I wouldn't I don't think the idea has to necessarily be original, quote unquote. I mean, if you stop and think about it, Castlevania, Castlevania 64, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Castlevania, whatever the new one is, whatever's going on there, they're all relatively on the same story beat. What I think sells it is the presentation and what kind of story you're aiming for. Mind you, I say that and there hasn't been a new Castlevania game in how long now? Castlevania uh series. Let's have a quick look. Not the TV series, the media franchise. Castlevania Dominus Collection? 2024? Remake of Haunted Castle was put in Castlevania Dominus Collection. What is Castlevania? Yeah, there was Lords of Shadow, which was a reboot, and then Mirror of Fate, and Lords of Shadow 2. That's right. They were the other ones. What is Castlevania Dominus Collection? All right, so it's 3 games of which you get what's that? Circle of the Moon, Order of Ecclesia, and sorry, no, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, and Haunted Castle Revisited, which is a redesigned version of the very first Castlevania arcade game. I didn't even know they had one. Circle of the Moon's hella good. And then the other collections are the original Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is a lot of the small ones. Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Dracula's Curse, Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania The Adventures, Castlevania 2, Simon, Belmont's Revenge, Bloodlines, Kid Dracula, and History of Castlevania. Like, they're the really super old ones on like the NES or the Game Boy. Ain't gonna lie, I'm not paying for the collections. I'll have a look at what's the other one. Advanced Collection. What's that? Hold on, that's Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, Dracula X. Wait, Circle of the Moon's already in the Dominus collection, I thought. No, it's Portrait of Ruin, Dawn of Sorrow. Ah, too many names. Yeah, I'm looking at this recent announcement, August 29th, issues regarding game speed performance. If you feel the game performance is running slower, changing your monitor to 60 hertz will set it to that. Advanced collections are a waste of your time. I would honestly maybe think about Dominus collection, but that's just because I really enjoy Order of Ecclesia. But that's just me. Only problem is Dawn of Sorrow is set after um, Aria of Sorrow, but it's kind of like they're in separate collections, which is a real pain in the behind. I'll have a look at it. I don't know if I'll necessarily give it a shot, depending on what it involves, but no harm in having a look. Yeah, and I note here in the collections that they don't have Symphony of the Night, which is uh kind of a pain, unless it's separately. But I don't think so. Castlevania. Oh, that's right. Dead by Daylight, the asymmetric horror game, where it's like 4 survivors versus 1 killers. They've recently just put out a Castlevania chapter, and you actually get to play as Dracula as a killer, or I don't know if you get to play one of the Belmonts as like a survivor. I used to play Dead by Daylight a little bit. It's unlockable in the PSP Castlevania. Oh no, okay, I'm just having a quick look at it. You get Simon Belmont as a survivor. Is it Simon Belmont? No, it's not Simon Belmont. Who is it? Trevor Belmont. Interesting choice. They give you Trevor Belmont. Anyway, interesting little fun fact. Richter. Yeah, I think it's interesting because they've gone with Trevor Belmont because he's like super young compared to like Simon or Rick. Well, Simon specifically. And it's an interesting choice, but I think it's fine. I think usually what they do anyway is they do skins for some of the other characters, so they might have like a skin in the game for one of the other Belmonts. Who knows? I mean, that's what they did with the Resident Evil chapters, I believe. The Card Chronicles 2, given a bit of respect by Konami as part of its main timeline. Fair enough. But I just like the idea that in Dead by Daylight, you can have Nicolas Cage as a playable character. Yeah, I think if I was to buy one of the bundles, I honestly probably would go for the Dominus collection. But that's just me. Um, and then the games are modified for. Hold on, let's have a look. Pre-orders open September. Hold on, let me have a look. That's limited run games. Limited run games for. Well, I just want to have a look what they've currently got going. I should have a look at Seal of the Curse as well. I'm just having a quick look what's currently on limited run games. Sometimes there's some fun things on there. That one's just closed up. The problem I have with limited run games is that the prices are all in US, which is a pain. Because then it's like I pay extra for things and I'm like, why? Oh, interesting. That's a series I might try. Anyway, this is random shopping time. But I'm not going to spend any money. I have no money to spend. Yay. Yeah, maybe having a look. Like I said, I don't know necessarily if I would dive into like it depends on what they've got to run on. Let's have a look. I'll have a quick look at Castlevania. I can spell Castlevania. Let's have a quick look. The Card Chronicles 2 fan game 2017. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. They somehow managed to get some of the official Castlevania voice actors to actually jump into the fan game itself. Alrighty. I think I actually prefer controller where I can, rather than mouse and keyboard. I find that a lot of games for mouse and keyboard are designed for people with right hands, like who are right-handed, and I'm a lefty. So controller is a lot easier for myself. On a slower game like Invisible Ink or XCOM, controller is perfectly fine. Or on a game actually kind of like Age of Empires or Command and Conquer, where most of your actions are controlled with the mouse, that's also fine because I can do mouse and left hand, and then shortcuts are usually numpads or number keys on the keyboard. But I haven't actually found it. I'm just on the fandom page, but just trying to see. Like, I'm finding reviews for it, and then let's see where this takes me. All right. Game's resolution is 640 by 480. It's 4 by 3. I don't think I'll necessarily play it on stream. I don't know how well it would look at 640 by 480 without the ability to extend it. Maybe it's one of those games where it's really good to just kind of play it in your own time and talk about it. It's one of those tricky things unless you have like a game that's designed for being upscaled. Like, unfortunately, there's like a bit of a difference. Yeah, it's just how well it will display for streaming purposes is the question. I mean, I'll download it, but I'll have a look at it in my own time and see if it would work. I'll make no I'll make no guarantees about playing it on stream though. However, I'll just say that much. And I'm just having a quick look at, wow, I'm just looking at some of the titles that they've got in here at the moment on limited run games, and some of these are like super, super old. Like, why do they still have them? That's, oh, that's right. That's the one which comes with the stuff. Anyway, yeah, I think I've got a pretty good sense of where things are at. Like, if I can somehow get Le Card working at a half decent rate, then, you know, for streaming, like if I can make it look good, then I'll put it at some point down the road. But again, I need to do a bunch of testing on it first and make sure that I can get a 640 game looking good at 1080p. Still, I will say thanks very much for the recommendation. Given some of the quick review looks, it does look like it's worth playing, at least in my own time. But I think with that being said, I might actually wrap things up about here. I feel like, yeah, I've had a pretty good idea of some of the games. I'll just say if you're not into sort of those top-down strategy games like XCOM, you might not find Invisible Ink too up your alley, but that's fine. It's one of those games where it will take time for it to sink in and kind of learn things. Yeah, do take care of yourself, as well as everyone else who's decided to watch along. As always, I'd like to thank you very much for your time, and I do hope you have a wonderful day.